Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie, and I am coming to you live today from no, not Wasaga Beach, from Bancroft, Ontario, Canada. I am at the cottage, and so I'm in the craft studio in Bancroft. The other just sort of, one of those things just rolls off your tongue without you even really thinking about things, doesn't it, sometimes? Anyway, welcome. This is Craft Spot. This is what I call my crafting adventure because, there's all manner of ways that we wander down the crafting adventure path. Um, and one of the ones that I thought might happen today, but so far we're good, is the internet path. But it rained all day up until about within the last hour, maybe even last half hour or so. But it's been fantastic because we needed it. It was one of those sort of long all day kind of rains. And so that's sort of a good thing because the crops need it and the forests need it. And we have a lot of leaves that are changing color already. And it's way too soon. It's too early in September and it's not going to change at this point. That won't be reversed for this year. But at least with the rain, the hope is that the trees have done what they needed to do to keep their root system strong and to survive. And next spring they'll all be back again, and they won't die off because there's a lot of brown leaves. When I look around the lake, it's a little bit almost scary, really. And we've had a lot of forest fires this summer, a lot of forest fires much further south than we usually do. And so it's just been some really interesting weather. So the rain was very welcome. I guess the bottom line is we had to stay inside and craft. Oh darn. But the rain was very welcome. So okay, today could be an adventure. I am going to be playing with, actually, it's new to me and it's new, a new bundle that has just been released in the fall, um, September to December mini catalog. So a whole bunch of things went live this week for customers, and one of them is the September to December mini catalog. There's also a whole bunch of really wonderful online exclusive products. There's two new kits, and I think that might be it. But that's a lot. There's a lot of new product out there. So I did send catalogs to a number of you if you are one of my regular customers. If you didn't get a catalog and you would like a paper catalog, feel free to reach out to me. Greatstamping@gmail.com, or you can go to my website, Great Stamping with Connie. You can find me on Facebook, Great Stamping with Connie. You can find me on Instagram, Great Stamping with Connie. You can find me on Pinterest, Great Stamping with Connie. See a theme? Do reach out to me. And most important thing to do really is to get on my mailing list. So you can do that if you go to my website, greatstampingwithconnie.com. There is a link that you can sign up to be part of my mailing list. And that is how you are going to get all the very best of the very best. You will hear when there are new catalogs coming out or new online exclusives. Um, you will get tutorials that are exclusive to people on my mailing list. That's right. Starting later this month, Sarah, Terry, and I have teamed up once again for the 12 weeks of Christmas. So once a week, every week for 12 weeks, we will be sending videos and tutorials for a Christmas themed project. And that will be exclusive to our mailing list clientele. So the only way to get it is to be on the mailing list. I will not be posting any of this to social media, to Pinterest, none of those things. So you need to be on my mailing list. So make sure you go to greatstampingwithconnie.com and get yourself signed up before we start that. And if you are interested in crafting along with us, making those projects, the tutorials will give you all the measurements. You can cut your own supplies. It's a lot of work. It's 12 projects, let me tell you. But you are welcome to do that. Or you could purchase one of our 12 Weeks of Christmas craft along kits. We'll give you the supplies for all 12 projects. You will get some designer series paper, you will get some gems, you will get some ribbons, and you can use those things for your projects. And we will cut and die cut all of the cardstock that you need. We will send envelopes if it's a card. Won't send you an envelope if it's not a card, but you will get all of those things. So then you just add whatever stamps you have, or you could use the ones that we will be featuring. There are three stamps, stamp or bundles that we will be using. Uh, Jar of Joy, A Little Cheer, and Pine Tree Trimmings. I think it's Pine Tree Trimmings. I just said it over there. Yes, Pine Tree Trimmings. So we will be using those three bundles for all 12 projects. So if you want to grab any of those, you are welcome to do so. As I say, we will send you all the cut pieces that you need. So you don't have to have those. You can just go into your stash, but get the kit. It saves a lot of work. We have had a few of our followers have said, "Oh, I think I'm just going to do the tutorials this year." And, around about week 3 or 4, they write to us and say, "Don't let me do this ever again. It's so nice when I get the package all ready to go for each week, and I just pull it out and get to craft." And it is, you get to skip to the fun. So you definitely want to think about doing that. Sorry, I didn't, I have my Facebook page open, but I didn't actually go to the live to see if we have people here and commenting and those things. And there we go. Let me just open that up so I can see if there are any comments. So if you are here, do say hello. Let me know that you are here and you are watching. And why don't we do some crafting? Let's get to the adventure, shall we? Okay, I am just going to put this down here and then we can get started. So, here is what I am going to play with today. It's called Snowy Delights, and as I mentioned, it is in the September to December mini catalog. Sorry, a lot of glare on that. Let me just stick this under here so there's not as much glare and I can get my hand out and you can actually see it. Um, so that is the stamp set. And now, oh, because the catalog has gone live, I can actually show it to you in the catalog. Until the catalog goes live, I'm not allowed to share anything other than this. But look at that. Isn't that lovely? This is the Traditions of Christmas paper, and it's marvelous as well. In fact, it is one of our featured papers for the 12 Weeks of Christmas project. So that's a way to get some of that if you like that. But anyway, Snowy Delights, here we go. So this isn't going to show up too well, I don't think, because it is light blue, but let's give it a little bit of a go. Um, there's the stamp set. Then there are dies that cut out snowflakes, and I did cut some of these out, so perhaps I will just show you these. That one and that one. So those are the individual snowflakes that it cuts out, and then there's two dies that cut backgrounds, so just solid shapes for that. And you could actually use either of these for the great big stamped image of the snowflake. And then there is one small die. Ah, yes. See, I thought I had everything here. So there's one small die. We'll start with this small die. This die cuts just these little snowflake guys and holes. Um, so it's just a little metal piece, but you have to, size it and situate it on your cardstock where you want it to show up. And then there is also a die that cuts a little sentiment shape. Oh, I see it. I see one peeking. I was going to say, and I've lost them all. I cut three, but this is the shape. Oops, a little bit of. I have something on my plates. I need to wash my plates. They seem to be putting some dirt on my shapes. But anyway, that is the shape, and that will fit around two of the stamps, the Joy to the World and a Warm Hello. Those will both fit in that. And then other than that, you can stamp those larger sentiments any which way you like. So that is the stamp and die bits. And then there is also, okay, I'm going to get rid of this catalog at this point because I don't think I need that anymore. But there is also, look at these masks. One, two, three, four. There's something doing something. Outside my cottage, there's a funky noise out there. You never know what's a critter when you're up here. Um, or what is making what noise. But anyway, let me move those out of the way because they are just reflecting my light. But these are fun. So we will definitely play with these today. Okay. And that is the suite. Oh, no, it's not the, is this a suite? I'm not even positive it is a suite. Let me go back here for just a moment. I'm on page 52 and 53, if you are wondering. Oh, okay. Oh, yes. So that is, it's just a bundle. So that's the bundle. But in the online exclusives, there is an additional snowflake set, and it has these faceted snowflake gems. This is pretty peacock and clear, and I'm gonna say real red. Might be cherry cobbler, but oh yeah, kind of think it's cherry cobbler because the paper that this goes with has cherry cobbler. But they are lovely. And I'm looking at these now thinking, yeah, those colors aren't necessarily going to go with the cardstock that I've got going on today, but we may or may not use these, but you will see those at some point for sure because they too are lovely. But I have pulled out, if you saw my die cuts, I've pulled out Cloud Cover and Secret Sea. And okay, so let's do a little bit of card making, shall we? Shall we actually craft something? So let's start with this guy. Um, so I did cut a piece of Secret Sea to go behind it. This is Cloud Cover, and this is just a very narrow border, but what it's going to do is really make those guys pop because you will see them. And I'm going to bring in one of the stamps and my Secret Sea. I think, do I want Secret Sea or Cloud Cover or both? Hmm. Hmm. What to add? What to add? So I think maybe we'll start with some Cloud Cover just because it's the lighter color and it will be easier um, to see what we think of all of this if we start with the lighter one. Okay, so I am just stamping randomly around here. I wonder if this is going to look funny if I go over it with Secret Sea. Suspect it may. So there's just cloud cover. I do like that. So that's kind of pretty. It's kind of pretty just the way it is. I don't know what else I would do then. Okay, so we put this on a dark background. We put it on a thick white card base. And what else do we do? Maybe we just do some Secret C ribbon. I do happen to have some of that. Could just do something like this. And then something like this. Maybe keep it simple. Maybe we should start slow and work our way up. Okay. So I think I will use the cloud cover die cut. And I might need more of these, but that's okay. We'll figure something out. Okay. I'm just gonna clean off my snowflakes before I go too far. And bring in my other stamp, which is Joy to the World. And my Secret C ink. Right down onto there. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. Push that up before I lean in it. And then, now, small tip. Do not, I repeat, do not put glue there, or it will ooze through. And when you cut this out, I didn't put adhesive sheet behind those die cuts, but you certainly could think about doing that, and that would make those snowflakes super easy to include in your card. I did keep them. I did have them. Oscar was he was guarding them, so hopefully I still have them. We will see. Sometimes my supervisor is too much of a helper. Okay, there is that. Let's just see. What did we said? A thick white card base. Oh dear. So I'm looking where, oh, no, we're okay. We're okay. We have these. Look at these guys. Hey, so this is thick white, basic thick white cardstock. I've just cut it the opposite to sort of the standard cut. So it's 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. Just to be different, right? Put this up here. We could wrap the ribbon all the way around and tie a bow. Shall I? Oh, this is not. I always feel that I can tie a bow on camera. Not too bad. This kind of bow, though, not as much. I'm not as good at this one, but hey, let's give it a go, shall we? I'll bring this over here because I want my bow on this side. Now, I think what I'm going to do, little trick here, if you are doing a bow like this, if you put a glue dot, you can find your glue dots. Oh, there we go. Take your pick tool, grab a glue dot, and put it right behind where you want your knot. So I want to put, I want the knot right about, let's just see, right there. It's mine. So as I tie that, I'm just going to give that a press down onto the glue dot, and then then it just kind of holds this in place so that you don't have to hold it tight and try and manipulate your ends to tie your bow, and it does make it a little bit easier. Now, you also need to kind of get this stuff going, proper directions and all that jazz. This way, this is what we want. No, I think not. Okay, I don't know why is that? Not sure why that's sort of twisting that way, but it is. Okay, that's not too bad. Now I should have it actually. So here's a little bit of the trick. If you've stuck it down, you have to unstick it. If you decide you want to move your bow one direction or the other. Oh, I didn't really want it to go that far, did I? Okay, so we're just gonna manipulate this a little bit, right back to about there. And I wonder if that should be a little bit lower. Let's just see. Oh no, we could do it like this, couldn't we? I think that will work. And then we could even add these guys just for some extra, it would just be texture because it's cloud cover on cloud cover, but maybe we'll try putting those on. Okay, I'm going to cut this because I think that's in a pretty good place. That bow is okay. It's not perfect, but you know, I'm okay with it. It's not bad. It's kind of dangling more down in the direction I want it than not. So I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna go with that. Okay, now when you have this, oh yes, look at Oscar up my back. Okay. The other thing I'm going to do is just put a little bit of tear and tape right across here, just to hold that in place, because I'm going to pop this up on, I want it on dimensionals. Maybe I don't need it on dimensionals. And okay, with that, that's fine. You can leave the tear and tape there. What you'll do now, if you put it on dimensionals, leave your tear and tape like that. If you are going to put this flat onto your card after this, then you can take the backing off the tear and tape and it just becomes additional adhesive. So I think I will do that. Because the bow makes it poofy enough. I don't want it to get too poofy being a Christmas card. There's a good chance it'll go in the mail, I guess. It may get hand delivered, but we'll put this down flat anyway because there is enough texture. Right there. And then I am going to put this on dimensionals. But that's okay. Won't be any poofier than the bow, so we're not really adding anything. Dimensionals behind just this small piece. Okay. Right there. And then, not positive, but let's see what we can do with these. These are going to be just a little bit tricky because this is very small. So I'm going to come in with my take your pick tool. And I'm just going to, sometimes I do this with my fingernail, and I think it actually works a little bit easier, but I've just smushed that glue dot together to make it smaller. So it is just about the size of that center bit. Okay. well, you probably can't see what I'm doing because that glue dot is small and clear and everything, but I'm just sort of rolling it together with the back of my thumbnail so that until it is about the size of the center of the snowflake. Now this one is, oops, quite small. So let's just see. Let's smush it all up into a little bow. Stick it over right there. Oh, does that show up on camera? Oh, it does, doesn't it? That kind of works. No, not on my desk, Oscar. He's about to become my helper, not just my supervisor. Okay, and then do we want to try some of these snowflake gems just to keep with the snowflake theme? Let's see what they look like, shall we? So there are two sizes. Thinking we could. Thanks. These are a little thicker than some of our gems, I think. They don't look that thick, but they feel kind of thick. And there we go. Card number 1. It's all good. Okay, let's shall we move on? See what else we have. Let's put some of these together. I don't know. Not sure what we're going to do. This is beautiful. I love this snowflake. So this just fits right in to here. Right? So you've got the dark outline and then you've got the snowflake. How big is this? This is quite large, actually. So it is almost 4¼ by 4¼ So it's quite large. This will also fit into this die cut if you want your border, if you want your detail to go right pretty much to the edge of your die cut, you could put it into that one. This one will go into this die cut. And although it will fit into this one, I just thought it was a little bit too much border for my taste. That's a personal thing, right? You might like lots of border on there. It's not terrible. I just thought it's a little bit big for the look that I'm after. So I like this one on this smaller die cut better. And of course, you don't have to put it onto any backing. You can just use it just like this. In fact, we could just paint this up with Wink Stella and smack it down onto a card base with a sentiment, and you would have a beautiful card. Maybe I will do that, but maybe not here and now, because it takes a little bit of a hot minute to paint all those little bits and pieces with Wink Stella. So watch for that in one of my blog posts in the future. So again, today I'm going to invite you to like and share my video. And if you do share it, either with the Facebook link or the YouTube link, I will put your name in a draw, and I could be sending you some happy mail. Love to send happy mail. I was commenting last week that I don't send as much happy mail as I should, and so one of my goals for this fall is to get better about that. And one way to get better is to tell people in your Facebook Live that you're going to do that and give them a way to possibly be one of the recipients. So that's what I am doing. I'm asking you to make me accountable to send more happy mail. Sending cards is such a great way to share our love of paper crafting, and it really doesn't take a lot of time or a lot of effort. And when people get happy mail in their mailbox, I think it just, it makes your day so much better, doesn't it? It brings a smile to your face, just makes everything better. Okay, so what do we think? We'll just put a sentiment there. Maybe we'll do a little bit of that snowflake stamping right onto the card base again, shall we? So I'm using cloud cover again because that's what color my die cut is. And just kind of adding a couple of these stamps on here. And and then I'm gonna put this down again to see if I can cover up that little boo-boo, which we can. Wonder if I should go right into these parts as well. Probably, eh? Let me just bring my scrap paper back in. And where did I put my stamp? There we go. It's going to come in along here, here. There we go. So now we have it everywhere, all around there. And then we'll just maybe do something like this, shall we? Or up here. Not sure, but we will figure that one out in just a moment. Now, if I use the same Joy to the World, it goes this way. So maybe I will grab the warm hello. We'll just do this one with a different sentiment. Too much overkill. Okay, the secret C. Hopefully this one is straight. Yes, that looks okay. Right. That's good. This here. And then we just need to put this together. This is a super quick card. Does it fit this way? It doesn't. Doesn't quite fit that way, which is sort of how I see the standard snowflake look, but I think this will work. I could have done it regular orientation, but I was looking to do it landscape instead of portrait, so. Okay, dimensionals. Dimensionals. Oh, now before I put a dimension, I possibly don't want it. Whoops, sorry, didn't mean to shake, rattle, and roll. going to put this down here. Then I will just want, oh, I will just want one on this side. So I'm just going to stop there for a minute because it will be sitting on the edge of this, which is already going to be popped up. So we don't want it popped up on both sides. Just do it flat to the one side. Okay. Just we go, and then we put this here. I'm just going to put a little dab of liquid glue here. So as I mentioned at the top, if you are not on my mailing list, you absolutely want to go get your name on that at greatstampingwithconnie.com. It's my website, and there is a place where you can subscribe to my email list there. Because later this month, the 12 Weeks of Christmas tutorials will be going out, and they will be going only to our email subscribers. So you don't want to miss out on that. You want to get on that for sure. Hey, these are charming shimmer faceted dots, and they're actually Night of Navy, and they actually don't look quite like the Secret Sea. Sometimes some of the gems are quite close, and you can sort of intermix them, but not always. Use those. They're quite dark. I think we need something light and bright again, don't we? Maybe we go back to those silver snowflakes, shall we? Don't know what else we have in light and bright. Not. Oh, have these low profile sparkle dots. They might be kind of fun too. They're quite sparkly. Let's use these. I do because I like it in the blue with the blue. I don't know where I put the lid to that. Oh, there it is. Oops. Just do that so I don't poke an eye out. Oopsie. Okay. Yes, they're very nice on there. These are really, they kind of glitter. Well, can you see? They just sort of look like colors on there, don't they? But they are they've got glitter inside of them. So those are lovely. Okay, so there's a couple cards. Now, I did want to just take a few minutes and show you the masks. Probably won't have time to make it into a card, but if you have not ever played with our masks, you really ought to check it out. They are so much fun, and they are so easy to use, really. You can use them with blending brushes or daubers, or probably a few other things, but my brain is not thinking about all of that right now because I'm trying to find where I put the sponge dauber that I got out of the bucket. That is my blue sponge dauber. Oh dear. Oh, right there, almost right in front of my face. Okay, so there are little notches in these, and you can take them down, or if you are cut from my cloth and you are more of the lazy variety, you will just hold it in place. So, good idea to start with your lightest color. And my lightest color for this is going to be balmy blue. Now, this is probably where you want to have your larger ink pads, but I do not. So we're using our spot. It's just a little bit tricky to ink it up while I hold uh, my stencil in place, my mask. But oh, there's Oscar. You probably can't see him, but he's jumped up my back again. Oh, and now he's looking to join us. Oscar, we don't need you. Oscar, hey, 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 not right now. I don't have any extra hands to deal with you. Sorry about that. So you can do this as light or dark as you like. I have a little bit of both going on in there, but that's okay. I'm going to stop right there. There we go. So there is your first layer. These masks, you can just rinse them underwater when you're finished and they will clean right up. El pronto. Okay, what else do we have? We have Balmy Blue and, oh, here, Azure Afternoon, Blueberry Bushel, and Night of Navy were the ones that I was going to use. Okay, so in between, because you can use, I was actually going to use a new one for the light color, but I did not. So I'm just going to rub off some of the excess ink here on scrap paper towel and then we're good to go. Okay, number 2. So now you're going to come in and you're going to just put this right over top. If you had done your notches, you're going to line up your notches. But me being of the lazy variety, I'm just lining it up with the ink image. Okay, get some ink onto there. And then I'm going to come in and this. Now, when you see this, you sort of think, oh my gosh, you're putting dark ink all over where you just had your light ink. What's the point? But it is actually different. There is some overlap. So I am making some of the light is now getting darker, but that's the intention. So, and you don't have to use all of the layers. If you just want to do some of them, you can do that. But there's my second layer. Okay. Take some of the extra ink off of there, close that up. Now I'm going to come in with my third mask. And I'm in with Blueberry Bushel this time. So you can see that there's not as much of this one. Some little accents. Okay, and then our last one we'll do with Night of Navy, and it is quite small. Exactly where this is. Let's go. This is the first time I've used these, so see, this is where the adventure kicks in. This is the beginnings of the learning curve of the crafting adventure. I think that's about where it goes. Okay. Oh, sorry, we've got light, don't we? I need light. I need light so you can see it, but then we have a light bulb. Okay. So this will just be some very small highlights. And then okay. And there you have it. Look at that. You can do this in any color. You don't have to use um, all one color. I've used all blues, but you can do it in um, you know, all shades of a color, or you could do different colors, colors that coordinate together. This is where you may want to get out your color wheel, and I'm just going to just going to set these masks. Actually, I'll just stick them up there for now because they are very inky and they will make a big mess if I don't I'm not careful with those. Okay, so there you have that. And then I think, could die cut this, couldn't we? With oh, my dies are on the other side, but the big die, hmm, this die would go right around there. I wonder if the smaller one would fit. Let's just see, shall we? This one would just be closer. So this would be nice as well. And then you could pop that up on a card. I'm thinking so. This will not fit in the mini cut and emboss machine. So I will do this after and I will finish this off. And I will share that as well. Here's the other two that I made. I'm just gonna leave that right there. You to enjoy for another moment. Okay. Whoops. Oh gosh. I don't know why the camera's so crooked today, but apparently it is. But it stayed on. The internet didn't die on me or anything. So for that, I am grateful. Let me just come back here. There we go. All right. So that is Snowy Delights. I was gonna say, be good if I could still remember the name. Yes, Snowy Delights bundle. It's in the September to December mini catalog, and that is available now. So if you haven't got a paper copy and you'd like a paper copy, let me know, and I'd be happy to get one in the mail to you because there's beautiful things in there, and there's also beautiful things in the um, online exclusive products, and I will share a PDF link for that as well. So stay tuned, watch my website and my email. Get on my email list. That's where all the good stuff is. GreatStampingWithConnie.com. You'll find a sign up form, and then you won't miss out on anything. Okay. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. As I um, mentioned earlier, if you would like to share this video, like and share this video, I would really appreciate it. And if you do that, let me know and I'll put your name in a draw to send some happy mail. Okay. Thanks again, everyone. Have an awesome rest of your day. I look forward to crafting with you again really soon. Take care. Bye for now.